while the 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma encourages and inspires us to the morning rituals in order to elevate our lives. And Ariana Huffington, the author of The Sleep Revolution, shows us that sleep is not just important, but also critical to our lives. Lohith Nanjappa from the fitness industry would walk us through his approach to adaptive fitness. Well, Lohith, thank you for accepting my request and your time.
Thank you so much, Roshni. Thank you so much. Pleasure to be on the show.
So to begin with, could you provide some insight to the approach of adaptive fitness and how different is it from the regular term or approach of a gym?
Sure. I think I would just use the word simple. My roots when it comes to fitness has always been about adapting to something that is as simple and accessible. My approach when it comes to coaching, I pretty much use the schooling methods where we kind of start off with the nursery and then kind of progress eventually. So similarly, when it comes to people, it is about helping them understand about their body first, rather than the facilities or the luxury or anything that the gym world provides. Unless people don't understand how to use their own body, I think moving them on to any kind of training is absolutely useless. There is a term that we use in fitness where we say that unless the mind and the body does not connect, you're not really working out. You're not really in the fitness norm. So yeah, I kind of always use adaptive methods. So when I say adaptive, we Indians, I think we are very comfortable coming up with excuses rather than solutions, especially when it comes to fitness or wellness. Our priorities are always more towards professional career, our work-related issues, and personal health is always, either goes unnoticed or it's never the priority. And my idea is to basically help people understand that you don't have to make time to come to the gym. I will bring the gym to your house. I will bring the gym to your facility. I will bring fitness to whatever works. You just give me a place. So yeah, that's pretty much the kind of method that I use. Be adaptive, not looking at facilities. So yeah.
And that's beautifully said. What are some of the myths versus facts with regards to fitness, particularly in the country?
Quite a lot of myths to be busted. I'm also planning to start a YouTube channel to do this. But to begin with, I think I'd like to kind of connect a lot of things with women because that's something that I face a lot, even with the members that come into my gym. Very basic. The first thing is any kind of training has nothing to do with how you're going to look. It's always about what's it going to benefit you with. When we talk about strength training, I think ideally that's the first thing that's always misunderstood to the term bodybuilding. It's completely different, and that's probably one thing I would like to tell women, that lifting weights has nothing to do with making you look like a man. It just makes you stronger. It just helps your body get a lot more physically fitter. That's one of it. Apart from that, I think the whole trend of supplements and different kinds of so-called magical pills people want to refer it to, it does not help you unless your basics, when I say your basics, your nutrition, doctors Doctors advise medicines to patients because you lack something. Similarly, in the fitness world, a true coach or a certified coach will assist or will recommend supplements only when your body needs to supplement something that your nutrition can't give you. So yeah, these are some of the basics that in India that we deal with. So these two I would kind of really prioritize and want to clarify with. So yeah, supplements are not magic pills. The magic is all inside you. And like I said, for women, please start lifting weights. Every woman needs to be stronger. Uh, and it has nothing to do with how you're going to look. You will look beautiful. That's all I would say.
That's amazing. Does the approach of adaptive fitness imply a diet style?
Absolutely. The best example I can give you is how we like to dress up. All of us have our own tastes when it comes to how we want to look, and similarly when it comes to our palates, I think we all have our own tastes. It's just about understanding the word nutrition. I come across a lot of people, I'm sure you have too, where soon as you mention the word nutrition or the word diet, we always refer it or we connect it to bland foods or, foods that's really not tasty. Uh, you know, that is where the word adaptive comes into the place. So the more you're educated about nutrition, you'll always know how to kind of spice things up. We all want a little bit of spice in our lives, and food does give you that magic. It gives you that flavor. It's just about understanding how to adapt to what your body needs and how to kind of adjust. Some people like to have two big meals, some like to have smaller meals throughout the day. Everything works as long as you're aware of how nutrition works or what kind of nutrition your body needs.
So, do you also mean that it is not as strict? You would not look at it very stringently.
Absolutely.
Like something like the keto, and there's so many kinds of diet plans.
So let's talk about all these kind of diets like keto. What is keto? You're just trying to cut off the most important source, which is carbohydrates. There's been a lot of talks about carbohydrates is the culprit for diabetes. Is this that? It's very simple. Let's talk about India as since we're all Indians here, we're referring to the bigger audience. Indians, when we talk about our staple food, when you talk about the north, it's always roti or atta or maida, whatever you talk about. Or when you come down south, you're referring to rice. Majority of our plate is filled with carbohydrates. Now, exactly. Every time we talk about having health issues and we go to a doctor, the doctor always tells one word: balanced diet. There's never a balance of what we eat. That's the biggest problem that we need to look into. It has nothing to do with what we eat. It's just about the quantity or how we kind of take certain things for granted just because we like it. So that it's basically lack of knowledge. So yes, balancing nutrition is what I speak about. Including all the doctors, they would say the same thing. We always look at like I said, we all prioritize our working careers, our professional life so much that we really never give time to what's in the kitchen. It's always about just give me what's there and let's get done with it. I need to get back to my work. If we could take that extra 10 minutes to just kind of look into what's going inside my body and be a little more aware, I think, the magic is going to happen even in your 60s. So, yeah.
Sounds good. And how long has it taken you to achieve this physique? Any price that you had to pay? Any alterations in your lifestyle?
I've paid a price that's there, but I think the price that I paid was just randomly believing coaches without understanding who the coach is and or who is it that I'm talking to. I think again as an audience, what we do is we just go by the looks of the coach's body and we assume that he's really intelligent. That's really not the case. I always keep telling my fellow coaches that being an athlete is very different and being a coach is very different. An athlete's job is to make sure that he takes care of his body. A coach's job is completely opposite. You're trying to relate to each individual and you're trying to connect to them. So yeah, for me, it's taken about 4.5 years to even get a gist of my dream physique that I wanted to work towards. Although I could have achieved it in a span of 1 or 2 years of hard work if I was guided the right way. But yeah, my first 2 years went in a lot of, like I said, different kinds of powders, different kinds of supplements. So yeah, it took me some time to understand that, okay, I'm not being guided properly. And that's when I decided to kind of train myself, educate myself, and then start off. So the moment I had knowledge as my power, as my asset, it was a lot more faster, a lot more quicker. So yeah, to answer your question, with knowledge, it took me about 9 to 10 months, but overall, it took me about 4 years to get where I
am. Okay, so it's being consistent.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
The most interesting part when I heard about you is you are certified by international bodies like the Physique Elite UK as a transformation specialist, level 1 and 2. Also certified by American Council on Exercise, ACE. How have these educational investments contributed?
I think majority of my success is all because of the certifications I've done. We kind of take these certifications very lightly when we're not certified, because we always relate it to how difficult is fitness. It's just about moving the body from point A to point B, but there's way more going into it. So the right places that you study, like even for kids, as kids, academics or schoolings are very important. Where you study is very important. You want to make sure that you know where you're going. So equally, when it comes to fitness, because it's not just people that we train. We train different kinds of mindsets. We train different kinds of health issues that we're not aware of. Sometimes even the customers don't have an idea about, the kind of health issues that they might be dealing with. Injuries, that's probably one of the biggest, problems that we face here. Most trainers who work in the regular gyms are actually not certified trainers, but ex-bodybuilders or ex-athletes who've competed and this and that, and they achieve, a job placement only because of the physique that they acquire. So
so true.
Yeah. So these are the kind of things that I try and make sure that it doesn't happen in my center. And it's also about trying to kind of bring more awareness in the industry, because India as a market is vast. I think we're one of the fastest growing in the fitness industry right now. So, things has to really fall in place. We've never been on top when it comes to quality, when it comes to producing quality trainers. And this is one of the reasons why. So, yeah. Education plays a big part. Even a simple example I could give you is when I got into this profession, my mom, the first concern was, how much are you going to earn being a fitness trainer? So, it's a set pattern that these guys have, that our job is just to stand in the gym and, cross your hands, flex, and just tell them what to do. I'm way past that. My job is to connect with people. I've always enjoyed sales. So understanding people, understanding what kind of mindsets I deal. Also, I forgot, you use the word patterns a lot. So that's very much the kind of patterns that I connect to. Every individual wants to be connected to who they are, and not just about trying to sell fitness. So yeah, there's a lot more when it comes to being a very good coach. So yeah, my education has helped me not just with my ability to articulate fitness in the most simplest ways, but also kind of spike my income when it comes to the kind of earnings that I could make. So I'm glad my mom thinks otherwise now. So yeah, it played a big part.
I'm sure she would. I'm sure she would, because you got an amazing gym out there.
Thank you.
Oh, well, do you practically manage the lifestyle of your clients when they take up certain transformation packages?
I don't manage anything. I teach people how to manage. As coaches, my job is just to show them the light. My job is just to show you the path, because the hard work has to be done by you. I've done my share of hard work on with regards to my physique and my goals, and I'm just here to guide you, to tell you what has to be handled and what needs to be managed. And I'm glad you asked me this question, because this is also something that we I deal with. A lot of people who come and sign up for personal training, right? When they hire me as a coach, they expect that I have to do most of the work. So it's not. My job is to just make sure that I give you all the solutions and all the tools that you need. And you need to make sure how you can adapt to your surroundings and how you want to work things out. And also, like I said, every time you give me an excuse, my job is to make sure I can give you a solution to that.
Well, do you offer any training for women, in particular for pre and post delivery?
I do, yes. So yes, like I said, one of the courses or one of the certifications I have done is also understanding the importance of how to deal with the opposite sex. It's a lot more easier to train men. It requires more than just work when it comes to dealing with women. So yes, I do provide trainings for women with regards to prenatal, postnatal wellness. And I also take care of, I've helped a lot of women because we currently also deal with a bigger concern, which is PCOD, PCOS, where women are finding it really difficult to conceive. So yes, it's something that I'm kind of studying and focusing more towards right now. Dealing with the female crowd.
In fact, it is increasing in terms of percentage.
True.
In terms of PCOD, yes.
Right.
Something about you as a person now.
Okay.
Well, your varied interest in DJing, modeling, relocation to Mumbai. Could you talk something about your journey?
I normally tend, I've been told that I never stop when I talk about myself, but I'm going to try and keep it very short. I've always been fond of extracurricular activities right from the start. So as I've mentioned to you earlier, academics was never really my plus point. However, getting educated that was really important. But at the same time, very early, I realized that, my life is more than, engineering or becoming a doctor. So for me, it was always kind of was about going outside, exploring. I've enjoyed the entertainment industry. I've always wanted to get into that field. So I started off, firstly, as a person, I was extremely introvert. That's one thing I would want to share. Because like I said, my dad's been in the military. So, moving houses was part of our, yearly activities. So for me, it was very difficult to kind of make friends, get set with a particular society. So it was always about exploratory, I think I would enjoy it, but at the same time, it's always made me like my personal space. I've always been extremely introvert. I've always found it very difficult to kind of even socialize and talk to people. But moving from my post graduation to DJing, it was a lot more fun because all I had to deal with was music. But DJing also taught me how to connect to the crowd, because that's one of the biggest assets that you need to improve. So
Very true.
from DJing, I've always been fond of music. So from DJing, I moved to music production, which kind of opened up the gates for me to network with the entertainment industry. And that kind of easily opened up more opportunities for me to get into modeling, triad modeling. Getting into the gym was, that's how it happened. I had to keep myself fit. I had to make sure that I was presentable. So modeling went well, but at the same time, it's how the world is. It's got a lot of glamour, a lot of nightlife, a lot of parties. So that kind of messed me up a little. You could say that I was kind of spoiled in that field a little. But yes, thankfully, because I found that passion and fitness, and because I saw so many loopholes, it kind of got me hooked on that maybe this is one field that I need to get into, and maybe there's more opportunities for me to kind of work on. But otherwise, yes, I've tried out modeling, I've tried out acting, I've done a couple of TVCs, I've been an assistant director. I've also worked in 14 different corporates. My CV is loaded with varieties and literally no consistency. So thankfully, I found my passion in fitness, and it's been a great journey for the last 9 years.
What is your advice to the current youth?
Okay, so firstly, I hope the youth is listening, which is one of the toughest things right now. But I think specifically when it comes to this particular generation, one thing I've understood is that the lifespan of this generation is really short. So it definitely means that we're taking a luxury. I think I need not even mention that, but I think we've taken a lot of things for granted, including our health. So yes, all I would say is firstly, learn how to be generous. I think that's something that this particular youth really needs to understand. The world is a lot more beautiful when you're humble and generous and giving. But otherwise, please try and make time for yourselves. It's something that time is very precious. We never realize it until we know that we have less time. I guess it's just human tendency, but yes, fitness is, considering the pandemic and how things, including how things have changed right now. People have understood the value of life. So all I would say is, let's not get into the world of excuses where we try and prioritize other things over our health. That's probably the only thing I would want or request the youth to, because India is currently the youngest nation. So I think we have a lot of time, but we just need a little bit of wisdom and a little extra time to learn and nurture ourselves. So I would say just please try and find whatever is needed to make sure that you have enough time for yourselves.
Right. Well, with technology predominating and indulgent in every walk of our life, smart watches, gymming even on Zoom sessions, what do you see the gym of the future?
Well, personally, I think I've evolved a lot in the last 2 years. The pandemic has taught us a lot on how to be adaptive. It's been about 4.5 years that I've already been in the virtual world. I've been training clients in the US, in Dubai. That is something that I've tapped into very early because, like I said, my motto or my vision or how I look at life is always be adaptive. There's always a plan B. So I think virtual world is the next big thing. However, we always want that personal touch. Regardless of how the world is evolving, personal touch really, that keeps us human. So yes, although we want to accept that virtually things are working out, it's opening up a lot of doors for us. Even professionally, fitness trainers are evolving on how to kind of understand AI technology and how to kind of keep their work going. It is a big asset, but I would always say that, sticking to your roots and trying to make sure that you can work something out where you can still keep that personal touch with people is still important.
Well, that was very informative, Lohith. Thank you for your time and wish you luck in all your ventures.
Thank you, Roshni. I just want to say that you've probably really planned your questions well. Very rarely do I come across people who ask questions beyond the fitness world. We're always stuck to that, that part where we only talk about fitness and health. But I'm glad your channel's given me opportunity to open up a lot more and show that I'm more than just a coach. So yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rosh.